As the court pleases, I confirm my appearance on behalf of the state, my lord.
Please, the court, my lord, I also
Yes.
confirm my appearance on behalf of Mr. Spear and Mr. Mungu.
Yeah, thank you.
My appearance on behalf of Mr. Mbanza.
As it pleases the court, my lord, I confirm my appearance on behalf of Mr.
Thank you.
Mapisa. Thank you.
All right.
As the court pleases, my lord, Mr. Jonas yesterday was requested by the court to interpret the meaning of incriminating in isiZulu.
Yeah.
He requests permission at this stage to do so.
Next, wait, yeah.
Court, please.
Morning, my lord. Thank you. The court yesterday asked me about incriminate.
Right.
So I went to the library, my lord, just to make sure. The Zulu interpretation I got is ukuyibangela icala noma ukuzifaka ecaleni.
Yes. So that's incriminating.
That's correct, my lord.
Ask that gentleman. So go school. Angithi ngisho njalo na. Izolo. He's a pure Zulu from Natal. Umama wami is Zulu, by the way.
As the court pleases, my lord.
Right.
Before my learned colleagues proceed with re-examination, my lord, I beg leave just to ask one clarifying question to this witness.
One.
One clarifying
Clarifying
question
question. Okay,
from
fine.
something that emanated from the evidence yesterday,
The evidence?
of yesterday, my lord.
Yeah, yeah, right. Okay, let's hear clarifying question.
Good morning, Mr. Zungu.
Sawubona, my lord. Yebo? Yes.
I would like you to just clarify further on this piece of evidence that you tendered yesterday, and then I tried to paraphrase as much as possible. It shouldn't get to a point where I am being suppressed. I have to fight for my life. This case does not end here. Your line of work shouldn't put you in a position to see me being a lower rank than you. You must be considerate to me as well. I just tried to paraphrase. Yeah, please, yes.
Ngicela nje ukuthi ke umchazele lana ne bekubufakazi bakho lokuba izolo ke uthi ngizamile ke ukuthi ngibhale ke ukuthi akufanele kufike la khona ke engicindezelwayo mina kufanele ngilwele impilo yami icala leli alipheleli khona lana umsebenzi wakho akufanele ukubeke endaweni la khona mina ke ngicindezelekayo khona noma ungicindezelayo kufanele ungicabangele nami.
Lapho ke bengithi mhlambe Mr. Banda ngizama uku-advisor hayi ukuthi mhlambe mhlambe bengiqonde mhlambe ukusabisa epointini lokuthi lapheleli la ecourt nangaphandle bakhona ababukayo lento eyenzakala ecourt kusasa bangadiscredit umsebenzi wakho as umuntu omeli state ngokuthi wena ufuna ukungifaka amagama.
What I was doing there, I was trying to advise, but not to threaten you that the matter does not only end here. Outside, there are people that are watching outside as well. So those people should not discredit your work in that you are putting words in my mouth.
Thank you. But do you then realize that the manner in which you put it, it might come out as a threat as well? And another explanation.
Ingabe kodwa ke lokho kona kukufikele emqondweni ukuthi ke uma ungayihumusha ngolunye uhlobo noma ngenye indlela ukuthi ingazwakala ngongathi ukusabisa futhi.
Angikwazi ngikubona ukusabisa mangi-advise mangiveze i-advice yami ngibona ngibodlela ngibona ngisetshenziswa ngayo.
I do not see it as a threat when I'm offering an advice in a manner in how it is being done or things are done.
Would you rather want to reconsider that statement or put it in another way?
Ingabe ungacabanga yini okanye uzama ukuthi ke usicabangisise yini leso statement noma usibeke ngendlela ehlukile?
Mhlambe kanjani nje mhlambe ukuthi
Maybe how? Sorry. In which manner?
You said to me that I may have perceived it as a threat, but it was an advice to me. So I am saying to you to avoid the double meaning of what you said to me. Do you want to reconsider it and put it differently?
Ngithi okay.
okay,
Or withdraw it?
okay, I withdraw it.
Ngiyakhoxisa ke lokho engikushilo.
Thank you. No further questions, my lord.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
As the court pleases, my lord. Good morning, Mr. Makosonke Zungu.
Sawubona Mnumzane Makhosonke Zungu.
Yebo.
Yes, sir.
Now, the purpose of me standing up again and asking you questions, we are not going to be long. We are going to clarify certain issues that I'm unclear about from what my learned colleague, Mr. Sibanda, asked you. So when I-
Isizathu ke sokuthi ngiphinde ngisukumeke ngikubuze imibuzo angeke isithathe isikhathi ukuthi nje ngifuna nje ukuthi ke ngicacelweke la khona kwizinto ezithize uMnumzane uSibanda akubuze ngazo.
Now, towards the end of your interaction with my learned colleague, Mr. Advocate Sibanda, he put a proposition to you that you cannot dispute that on the 26th of October 2014, Mr. Mafika Ntanzi had an O-shaped type of beard. You remember that?
Ekugcineni ke masezoqeda ke ukuhloma imibuzo Advocate Sibanda kunaloko akushilo kuwena ke ukuthi awungeke ukuphikise ukuthi ngazo i26 zika October 2014 uMnumzana uNtanzi wayinalo ntshebeka ababizwa ngokuthi ke i-O shape.
Ukushilo.
Yes, he said so.
Yes. And you agreed with that proposition that you cannot dispute it. Is that correct?
Wavumelana ke naloko wena ukuthi awungeke ukuphikise.
Hayi, mina ngishilo ngathi angazi.
I said that sorry.
Ngeyi 26 October 2014 angazi ngibe noNtanzi mina so angazi ukuthi kwenzakala futhi uNtanzi ngo2014 ngangingamazi.
I said that I don't know because on the 26th of October 2014, I was not with Ntanzi, and in 2014, I didn't know Ntanzi.
So my question, and you've already partly touched on it, is that do you have personal knowledge whether or not Mafika Ntanzi had an O-shaped type beard on the 26th of October 2014?
Shilo ke lokhu kancane nje kodwa ke umbuzo wami ulona ingabe unolwazi onalo yini wena ukuthi nge26 ka October 2014 uNtanzi wayinale ntshebe ebizwa ngo O shape.
Anginalwazi.
I have no personal knowledge.
And when that proposition was put to you, in essence, what you were saying is the following, and tell me if I'm wrong. You couldn't tell either way whether or not he had O-shaped beard. Is that a proper understanding?
Uzotsho ke uma ngingakuzwa kahle uthi okushoyo wena ukuthi angeke wazi ke noma ebenawo noma ebengenawo.
Wayena uNtanzi ngangingamazi ngo2014.
Even Ntanzi himself was unknown to me in 2014.
Okay. Thank you so much. Now, another proposition was put to you that which you were warning Kwabene about when you said that he must not get involved in this case because it will cause strife or discord amongst families. It was put to you that, in fact, that which you warned him about came to fruition. You remember that?
Kunale nkulumo ke ukuthi lokho owexwayisa uGwabeni ngako ukuthi wena ke wathi uma ukhuluma naye ukuthi ke akangayifaki ke yena kuloko ngoba lokho kwakuzokwenza noma kwakuzokwenza ukuthi kube nenkinga emndenini.
Sorry, asilungise lapha Mr.
Yes.
Samash Ramasipili. Not uGwabeni, uConstable Zungu.
Oh, sorry, it's my mistake. Thanks for the correction. Thank you so much.
Let's correct that it was not Gwabeni but Constable Zungu.
So you remember that?
Uyakhumbula lokho? Yes, I do.
And it was further put to you that, indeed, Constable Zungu's life was threatened, and it was put to you that by the relatives of accused number 1 and 5.
Watshelwa ke utshela uyena ke umshushisi ukuthi empeleni ke kwenzeka lokho ukuthi ke impilo yakhe uConstable Zungu yaba sengozini ke lokho kwenziwa ke abahlobene naye umsolo wokuqala kanye nowesihlanu.
Ukushilo Mr. Sibanda lokho.
Mr. Sibanda mentioned that.
Do you have any personal knowledge of such a threat to Constable Zungu's life?
Wena ke unalo ulwazi olunjalo ukuthi impela impilo yakhe uConstable Zungu yaba sengozini.
Mina njengoMakhosonke angikwazi lokho.
I, as Makosonke, do not know that.
And when you met Constable Zungu in 2019 at Beggarsford at Engine Garage, did he tell you when he mentioned the names that are being investigated or thrown into the head of investigation, did he tell you that his life was threatened by the relatives of accused number 1 and 5?
Kathi uhlangana naye ke uConstable Zungu e-engine eBeggarsford. Esekutshela ke ngalamagama lana ke amagama atholakala ukuthi ke labo bantu labo baphenywe. Ngabe wakutshela yini ngaleso sikhathi leso ukuthi impilo yakhe yayisengozini?
Cha, akazange kusho.
No, he never said it.
Objection, my lord. Just want to clarify, when Constable Zungu met the witness before court, his life was not threatened at that
At that
stage.
time.
Yes, it came after. Is the court.
Uthi umshushisi ke ufuna nje ukulungisa lapho ukuthi ngalesi sikhathi ke ahlangana nawe eBeggarsford uConstable Zungu impilo yakhe ke yayingekasatshiswa ke ngaleso sikhathi leso kwenzeka kamuva.
I'll respond to that. The testimony in this court is the following. And what you were asked yesterday, and I also stood and objected at some stage, that you are being asked vague questions. And the vagueness arises from this. You were asked that, when did you meet Constable Zungu? And you said, I started in Marula, May 2019. Am I correct?
Wabuzwa ke noma ubuziwe ukuthi wahlangana nini naye uConstable Zungu wathi ke waqala eMarula 2019.
Yes.
And the further proposition was that you met Constable Zungu either in the third quarter or the fourth quarter of 2019.
Wabusobuzwa ke ukuthi ke uConstable Zungu uhlangane naye ngekota yesithathu noma yesine ngokuthi ka2019.
Ngicela ukuthi phinde sithi wena
Can you rectify that, Mr. Msipile?
Umbuzo wawuthi ngemaze nini, ngemaze kuyiphi kwata, then ngathi mina ngiqala ukusebenza eMarula kusho ukuthi kubhithini kwikwata yesithathu neyesibili neyesine.
The question was, when did I start to know him? I then mentioned that I started working in Marula during the third or the fourth quarter.
And I'm not going to get technical.
Okay.
Evidence in this court is that Absalom Zungu made a statement on the 19th of November 2020.
Ubufakazi phambi kwalenkantolo ukuthi ubaba uAbsalom Zungu istatement sakhe wasenza nge-19 November 2020.
Sorry, the 17th of November.
17th November 2020.
And shortly thereafter, Constable Zungu's life was threatened when he was going to the shops to buy a cigarette or something.
Emva nje kwalokho ke impilo yakhe uConstable Zungu yaba sengozini ke ehamba eyothenga ugwayi esitolo.
So that will be in the third or final quarter of the year. Hence, I raised third and fourth quarter about the threatening of his life.
Lokho ke kwakuyona ke ikota leya yesithathu noma eyesine ke ingakho ke ngiveza lolu daba lolu lokusatshiswa kwakhe noma kuba sengozini kwempilo yakhe kusona leso sikhathi leso.
And hence, I asked, when you met him third quarter or fourth quarter, did he tell you that he was threatened, his life was threatened by the relatives of accused 1 and 5?
Ingakho ngikubuza ke ukuthi ngalesi sikhathi uhlangana naye kuyiyona ikota yesithathu noma yesine ukuthi wakutshela yini ukuthi impilo yakhe yayisengozini lokho kwenziwa abahlobene naye umsolo wokuqala kanye nowesihlanu.
Okay. Now, let me just finish it up for the sake of completeness. Did Constable Zungu tell you that he laid a charge against the people that threatened his life?
Ingabe wakutshela yini uConstable Zungu ukuthi wahamba wayobabophisa abantu labo abafaka impilo yakhe engozini?
Anginalwazi.
I have no knowledge.
Thank you. And I can give you the answer just for completeness sake. Constable Zungu did not lay formal charges, even though he says he knows the people that threatened his life. He has never laid formal criminal charges against those people. All we have is he says so in this court that his life was threatened.
Ngingakunikeza ke impendulo ukuthi ke akakwenzanga noma akaze akwenzeke lokho uConstable Zungu ukuthi ahamba ayobabophisa abantu labo esinako thina kuphela la enkantolo yiloko kushiwo uyena.
Now, you were shown a series of photographs here on the monitor. And those photographs depicted Mafika Ntanzi. He stated previously that it is him that is on those pictures, although you said some of them were blurry, you couldn't see because of camera angles and whatever. He admitted that that is him.
Uneyithombe ke oyitshengisiwe lana iy'thombe zakhe ke uMafika Ntanzi. Ushilo ke wena kwezinye ukuthi cha ayibonakali kahle kodwa yena ke wavuma ke ukuthi uyena lo okuleza iy'thombe lesiyana.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not going through the same exercise with you again, but the point is that you were shown photograph 15, and the reason why I mentioned photograph 15 is the following.
Kunesithombe ke lana osikhonjisiwe esiwu number 15 izathu ke sokuthi ke ngikhulume ngaso yilesi esilandelayo.
On that photograph is the only photograph where you yourself from your own testimony says, I can see a round shaped beard around his mouth. His, meaning Mafika Ntanzi.
Lesa sithombe ke yisona ke isithombe la khona wena ushoyo ke ngokufakazi bakho ukuthi ke lapho ke ngiyayibona ke lentshebe le around la emlonyeni wakhe.
Now, in 2016, it can be pinned. I can ask Mr. Sibanda so that we are in context. Mr. Sibanda, if you can kindly oblige us. I apologize, my lord, for the slight delay. think it's a photo on page 15, Mr. Sivan, please. Is that the one? No, no. It was a photo where he's wearing a yellowish, yeah. He's wearing a yellow something on top. I wrote it 15, I don't know, maybe I made a mistake. Yeah, that's photos. Okay, one. Is that the one? I don't think it's this one. It's those 15 that should be that lady where it's got Ntando there and CDR at the end and your car. It's not this exhibit. Yeah, this one from this exhibit. It's this one. Yeah. Page one. Because I'd marked on my notes, I've reflected that it's photo 15, but I see here it's only on 2. If you can jog my memory, Mr. Makosonke Zungu, is this the photo where you said I can see a round-shaped beard around the mouth of the person depicted there?
Uma ungamkhumbuza njena isona lesi sithombe ukuthi ekusona ke uyabona ke ukuthi umuntu lo olapha esithombeni uyayibona ke le ntshebe lena ke ejikile.
Yeah, yiso lesi.
Yes, it is.
Now,
Photo.
I'm going to ask you this. If you are privy to it, you can tell me. Do you know when this photograph was taken?
Ngizokubuza lokho uma kuwukuthi uyazi uzosho ke ungabe uyazi yini ukuthi sathwetshulwa nini lesithombe lesi?
Cha, angisazi.
No, I don't know.
When you met Mafika Ntanzi, when he came with Mandlenkosi Zondo in 2016 at Marikana to look for work, did he have a beard around his mouth as depicted like in this picture?
Ngo-2016 uma eza laphayana ke ezofuna umsebenzi ehamba naye ke uMandlenkosi Zondo ingabe wayenentshebe ekanje?
Cha.
No.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm done with that. Thank you, Mr. Sibanda. I'm indebted to you, sir. Now, when you were interacting with Mr. Sibanda, and I listened to when Mr. Jonas was interpreting to you when we're talking about the making of a statement and the administering of an oath. And then, if I recall, you were whispering to Mr. Jonas, you said you don't know what an oath is. Recall that?
Nkathi ke ukhuluma naye ke noma ehloma imibuzo uadvocate Sibanda ngikuzwile ke uma ngabe uhunyushela noma utolikelwa ke ngakuzwa ke uma usho endlebeni yakhe uJonas uthi ke awazi ukufuka ukuthi kuyini.
Yebo.
Yes.
And I'm raising this point in the context, not of the statement's contents themselves, but I'm raising it in this context, where you said you were presented with a document to sign by Brigadier Gininda. Remember that?
Lokho ngikubuzela la ukuthi khona ke wanikezwa ke iphepha noma amaphepha lana ke uyena uBrigadier Gininda ukuthi uwasign.
Yebo.
Yes.
Before you signed those documents, did Brigadier Gininda say the following to you?
Ngaphambi kokuthi ke lawo maphepha lawo uwasayindeke ingaba wakusho yini lokho kulandelayo kuwena uBrigadier Gininda?
Do you understand the contents of this document you are about to sign?
Ingabe uyaqonda na noma uyakuzwisisa na lokho okubhaliwe la?
Cha.
No.
Did you further say to you, you have no objection to taking the prescribed oath that he was about to administer to you?
ngabe wakubuza yini ke ukuthi awunako yini okukuvimbayo noma awunayo yini inkinga yokuthi ke ukufungele lokhu azokusayindisa kona.
Cha, azange ngikusho.
And
No,
did
he never
you-
said it.
Did you then confirm that indeed you don't have a prescribed oath and then you proceeded to sign the documents?
Waqhubeka ke noma ngabe wasuqhubeka ke wena ke ukuthi ngempela ke uyakwazi ukuthi kuyini ukufunga wabe usiyasayina.
Angichaza lonke lokho nje mina kwabuza ukuthi ngabe ngiyakhona ukuphikisayo noma khona enguvumayo engulukuzayo engu-edayo kulokho ebekukhulunywa izolo ngathi akukho kwathiwa hayi ungasayina ngavuma ngasayina.
No, that was not said. The only thing that I was asked is to whether was there anything that I'm disputing, anything that I was adding to that which was discussed, that was said the previous day. I then said no. I was then asked to sign.
Did Brigadier Gininda warn you that the document you are about to sign is a sworn document?
Ingaba wakwexwayisa yini uBrigadier Gininda ukuthi iphepha noma amaphepha la usuzowasayina ke manje amaphepha ke afungelwe noma lokho kwenziwa phansi kwesifuko ukufunga?
Cha.
No.
Did Brigadier Gininda warn you about the legal consequences of false statements in that document?
Ingaba wakwexwayisa yini ngemiphumela ngokwasemthethweni noma ngokwezomthetho ngokuthi ke noma ngokuqamba amanga kuleya document noma lawo ama document lawa?
Cha.
No.
Thank you, Mr. Makosonke. Thank you, let me see. It's fine. Yeah, I'm done with what I wanted to do with you respecting about my preparation. Now, I just want to see several notes on your interaction with Mr. Sibanda further. Now, regarding the alcohol that you bought at Overland, you remember you explained yesterday to Advocate Sibanda that you bought a bottle of Jameson whiskey and some more beer, 6 each. Remember that?
Yes.
Yebo, ngiyakhumbula ke ngikhuluma ngabo ke utshwala lobo bathengwa e-Overland.
And previously, we've asked you whether you swiped and you confirmed that you swiped that transaction at Overland. Remember that?
Sikubuzileke ukuthi wasebenzisa ikhadi yini lapho wavuma ke nawe ukuthi waswipe.
Yebo kunjalo.
Yes, that's correct.
Do you have currently, as I speak to you, a transaction for 2017 that reflects the purchase of that alcohol at Overland?
Njengamanje nje ungaba unako yini noma ke i-transaction noma ke okukhombisayo ukuthenga kwakho lapha e-Overland ngo-2017?
Kunjalo. Khona.
That's correct.
Is it in your banking? By the way, which bank were you using when you swiped this alcohol at Overland?
Wawusebenzisa yiphi ibhangi ngalesiya sikhathi ke uswipe khona e-Overland?
Capitec Bank.
Capitec Bank.
So this transaction is reflected on your bank statement for that month in 2017 in Overland.
Kuyakhombisa ke ngalesiya sikhathi noma ngaleya nyanga leyana e-Overland kwi-statement sebhangi.
Kunjalo.
That's correct.
Can that statement be availed for the benefit of the defense and the state?
Singatholakala leso statement leso?
Yebo singatholakala.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you. Now, I've covered this one. You were asked yesterday, and I saw that there was, perhaps from my perspective, talking at cross purposes. You were asked yesterday as a proposition that the reason why the police approached you was because Kwabeni had mentioned your name to the police. Remember that?
Izolo ubuziweke ukuthi ke isizathu ke sokuthi amaphoyisa eze kuwena ingoba uGwabeni washo igama lakho emaphoyiseni. Yakhumbula lokho ubuzwa ngalokho?
Ngitshenwe kanjalo.
That's how I was told.
But if I understood you, and you must correct me, you said the reason why police officers came to you happened in this way.
Kodwa ke mina ke indlela engikuzwe ngayo yilena uzongilungisa ke uma kuwukuthi ngenza iphutha.
You said that on a Friday, you were phoned by a police officer who introduced himself as Masemola, informing that that you've got a rape-related matter from Carltonville emanating from 20 08. Remember that?
Ushilo ke kubufakazi bakho ukuthi ke wena ke kwakungolesihlanu wafonelwa yiphoyisa elathi kuwena ke liwumasemula bekufonela mayelana necala ke la ngo-2008 lase Carltonville le rape.
Yebo kunjalo.
That's correct, yes.
And then subsequent to that, a telephone call was made to a place of employment where your superiors were informed that you've got a murder case against you. Remember that?
Kwase kuthi emva kwalokho ke kwafonelwa emsebenzini wakho la khona ke abaphethe batshelwa ukuthi wena ke ubhekene necala lokubulala.
Yebo kunjalo.
Yes, that's correct.
Then you took it upon yourself and made a call to the number that called you on Friday regarding the rape case to inquire what's happening, because now I hear your rape story, I hear murder this side, what's happening then, and an arrangement was made to meet up with the police then.
Kwaba uwena ke manje ke othi ke ukuthathele kuwena ukuthi ke ufonele leya number eyayikufonele uthi ke kuyena ke umuntu loyo ukuthi ubungifonele wangitshela ngecala le rape manje se nangapha futhi ke sekufonelwe emsebenzini ukukhulunywa ngecala lokubulala.
Yebo kunjalo.
Kwase la kuvinyelwana khona ke ukuthi manje senizohlangana ke khona.
Yebo kunjalo.
Yes, that's correct.
And that, according to you, is that the reason why then police officers made an appointment with you to meet initially it was not Beggarsford, you mentioned someplace, but eventually that's how the arrangement was made to meet up with the police officers.
Ngokusho kwakho wena ke iyona ke indlela leyo ekwa munywa ngayo ke noma ke ekwakhulunywa ngayo ukuthi nizohlangana ke wena namaphoyisa eqaleni ushilo ukuthi nani ngazohlangana khona eBeggarsford yayikhona indawo kodwa ke nase nigcina nithi nohlangana eBeggarsford.
Yebo kunjalo njengoba bengishilo eqaleni ukuthi ngathola i-call ku Friday. Mangibuyela back then uma sengiya ngithola check inumber ngathola inumber yamkhani.
Yes, it is indeed that I had received a call on the Friday, and then when I went back to check on the number, I then found out that the number belonged to Mukhane.
Yes.
So the number of the person that said is
Is
Masemola is Mokhane's number.
Their number, umuntu owathi kuwena uMasemula kwakuyika Mukhane.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. A different aspect, because I'm just, like I say, we are not repeating the evidence. I'm clarifying issues from the engagement with Advocate Sibanda. You testified that during your conversation with, you'll correct me, Constable Zungu, when he mentioned the names of accused number one, Moses Sibiya, Mr. Mafika Ntanzi, Simpwe Buthelezi, Nkane, and another fifth name, you mentioned 5 names.
Squabini.
And Gwabeni, thank you so much. You thought that the persons that Constable Zungu would know it's Muzi Sibiya and Mafika Ntanzi, correct?
Umage ushilo ukuthi umage uConstable Zungu esho lamagama ke amahlanu kuwena uMuzi Sibiya, uMafika Ntanzi, uGwabeni, uSimphiwe Buthelezi kanye naye ke uNkani Ntuli. Ukuthi ke wena ke ngokuyicabangela ocabanga ukuthi abantu ayengabazi kulabo bantu uConstable Zungu, uMuzi Sibiya noMafika Ntanzi.
Kunjalo.
That's correct.
Now, Mr. Mafika Ntanzi, even during when Constable Zungu was there, he told Constable Zungu in September 2023 that I don't know you. I'm seeing you for the first time here in court. The essence is that Mr. Ntanzi did not know Constable Zungu before 2023.
Ngo-2023 ke nkathi wayela ngoSeptember ka-2023 ela uConstable Zungu yena ke uMafika Ntanzi wamtshela washo kuyena uZungu ela Constable Zungu ela enkantolo wathi mina ngangakwazi ngaphambi kwakhe u-2023.
And furthermore, Mr. Ntanzi says, yes, indeed, Absalom Zungu is born of Ntanzi, grandmother. But Mr. Ntanzi says, I don't even know that grandmother.
Umnumzana uNtanzi uyasho ukuthi yebo yena ubaba uAbsalom Zungu uzalwa khona ke noma ke umama wakwaNtanzi kodwa uNtanzi aqhubeke athi ngisho ke umama loyo ke omkhulu umama loyo ke angimazi yena.
Comment.
Can I comment?
Kungenzeka ngoba nami njengoba ngimdala kunoNtanzi angimazi.
It's possible because even myself As much as I am older than Tanzi, I do not know her.
Okay. And furthermore, Absalom Zungu testified from that position that you are standing on. He said, even some of his relatives, meaning Absalom Zungu, do not even know Constable Zungu.
Ushilo ke ubaba Absalom Zungu ekuyona le ndawo omi kuyona ke wathi ngisho ezinye nje ihlobo zakwaZungu azimazi uConstable Zungu.
Ungacomment?
Can I
Yes.
comment?
Kuyiqiniselo imsulwa lokho phambi kwenkantolo. Nami ngiqala ukumazi ngo-2015 bengingamazi.
That's the truth, and also myself, I started to know him in 2015. I didn't know him.
Now, yesterday, as you were interacting with my learned colleague, Advocate Sibanda, a further proposition was put to you that, or not even a proposition, but the names of Mafika, amongst others, was mentioned in the same breath, using the word inkabi or hitman, and you replied as follows.
Izolo ke uma ubuzwa ke noma ke ukhulunywa ke ngegama ke inkabi lapho khona ke nalo igama kaMafika Ntanzi ke lishiwo lapho impendulo yakho kube yile elandelayo.
You said that will be a disgrace because so far as you know, Mafika Ntanzi has been a person that's gainfully employed. You remember that?
Uthe uma uphendula wathi kungaba yihlazo ke lelo ngoba wena ke uNtanzi umazi nanjengomuntu osebenzayo.
Kunjalo.
That's correct.
And you stand by that answer.
Umile ke kuloko.
Yebo.
That's correct.
Now, you were taken, a proposition was put to you, in fact, you're not taken. At the end of the interaction with Mr. Sibanda, he says to you, you are not telling the truth about the events of 26 October 2014. In fact, he took you through 3 steps. You met Constable Zungu at Carlton Center. You ate with Constable Zungu at Carlton Center. Then you and Constable Zungu attended upon Basotho Hostel at Gwabene's place on the 26th of October 2014. Remember that interaction?
Izolo ke kanye naye uadvocate uSibanda usho lokhu ke okulandelayo kuwena ukuthi ubungakhulumi ke iqiniso noma ungasho iqiniso ngalokho okwenzeka ngazo i26 zika October 2014 washo lokho okulandelayo ke ukuthi ke eqinisweni ngalelo langa lelo wahlangana naye uConstable Zungu eCarlton Center nadla ndawonye noConstable Zungu eCarlton Center ukusuka lapho nase niqhubeka ke niya khona eFosloras eBasotho Hostel.
Usho njalo yena.
Yes.
That's how he said it, yes.
And you were adamant to say the events that Constable Zungu may be referring to did not happen in 2014, but actually happened in 2017.
Wase uphendula ke wena uthi ke lokho akhuluma ngako noma ayekusho ke uConstable Zungu akwenzekanga ngo2014 kodwa ngo2017.
Yebo kwenza ngo-2017.
Yes, it happened in 2017.
So in essence, are you saying Constable Zungu is substituting or transponding the events of 2017 back to 2014?
Okushoyo wena ukuthi uConstable Zungu uthatha lokhu okwenzeka ngo2017 ukubuyisela umuva uthi kwenzeka ngo2014.
Ngazi mangathi ukubekela nje kancane Mr.
I
Sibanda.
don't know whether can I put this to you, Mr. Sibanda.
Mr. Sibanda, into engiphethe kabi i-1.
Ramasepeli.
Oh, Mr. Ramasipili, into engiphethe kabi, sorry Mr. Sibanda. Mr. Ramasipili, into engiphethe kabi i-1, uyabona.
What it doesn't
Kubantu-
sit well with me is this.
Kubantu esasinabendlini abazange bathashwa labo bantu abasenabendlini. Kuzofakwa abantu ababengekho kwasendlini ngalelo langa lelo.
The people that we were with in the house, those people were not mentioned or they had not been touched or not being referred to, but now people who were not in the house are being included.
So when you say people that were in the house with, are you meaning in 2014? I'm
No,
sorry,
in
2017.
2017.
For 2017.
So ngiyamangala endlini sekuboshwa abantu bakwaZungu kuphela.
Now I am now surprised. In the house, the only people that now are arrested are only the Zungu people.
Okay. Yeah. And yesterday as well, during your interaction with my learned colleague, Advocate Sibanda, in a response to a proposition, and correct me, it's not even yesterday, it's a day before, on the 28th of January, 2026. In a response to a proposition that was put to you, your response was, I did not get the full proposition, but I got your answer. Your response was that Mafika knew nothing about hostel-related matters. He was working in Driehoek. Did I
Kukhona-ke
capture-
okushiwo kuwena angikuzwanga lokho kushiwo kodwa-ke engikuzwile yilokhu uthi wena-ke uMafika akukho ayekwazi mayelana-ke nokwenzeka ehostel uMafika wayesebenza eDriehoek.
No, not at Driehoek. Ngithe uMafika wayesebenza eDriefontein.
Oh,
Umazi
Driefontein, so-
eDriefontein.
Not
So
in-
ngeke ngimazi into yasehostel, angimazi into yasehostel.
Okay.
Not
all
in
right.
Driehoek but Driefontein, so I would not know him with matters relating to the hostel.
All right, okay. Thank you so much, that's clarified. Thank you so much, Makosonke Zungu. Thank you, my lord. Those are the issues that I
Okay.
wanted to touch on.
Yes, Mr. Mma.
Thank you, my lord.
Mr. Zungu, I'll take it from where my learned colleague, Mr. Ramsepele, ended. There's few questions regarding the issue of Detective Masemola.
Ngizothatha la agcine khona-ke umnumzana olamsipile kunemibuzo nje embalaka mayelana nodaba lwakhe Detective Masimula.
In your response, you told this court that you recognize that number that he used to call you as belonging to Sergeant Mohane.
Impendulo yakho ithi-ke noma iqeda ukuthi-ke uthe uma ubuya umuva-ke usuyo-check-a leyo number wathola ukuthi kwakuyinamba kaMohane.
Yebo kunjalo.
Yes, that's correct.
When did you become to know that?
Ukwazi nini lokho noma wakwazi nini lokho?
Ukuqala kwami ukurecognize kwaba ivoice ngesikhathi sikhuluma nomhane noma inamba ngingakabisho ngayo.
The first time I started to recognize, although the number I was not certain about, it was the voice. Yeah.
Then after kula efona ethi uchecka uZondo, ushuza iZondo.
And then thereafter, it was at the time when he contacted me saying that he was checking or looking for Zondo, shoes.
Ngasikhathi
Zondo.
ebuza ukuthi ushuza ungabani sibonga ngasikhathi ebuyela kushuza ezothi mina ngimnikeze inamba kashuza.
That's when he wanted to know was Zondo, shoes' surname. And then thereafter, he contacted Shoes saying that I gave him the number.
Where did you meet him?
Wahlangana kuphi naye?
That is Sergeant Mohane. Where did you meet him?
Mokhane.
Mr. Mkhane.
I don't understand the
All
question.
right, let me rephrase the question. Did you at some point after your arrest by Sergeant Mabena meet Sergeant Mohane?
Emuva kokuthi usuboshiwe uyena uSergeant Mabena, ingabe kukhona yini la owahlangana noMokhane khona?
Wayekhona umhane nguye wayidrive imoto.
Mokhane was there, he was the driver of the vehicle.
You mentioned something about his voice. What about his voice?
Bese ngithi ngasikhathi nginaye manje sifika lelo vele eseleni eCaptain Park. Ngithatha sikhuluma personal because ngaqala ngari recognize that le voice ibingifonela nangu umuntu.
Now I'm referring to the time when we were now in Kempton Park, when he was placing me in the cell. That is when I then recognized the voice, that this is the person that I was talking to over the phone.
Talking over the phone about what?
About a rape case.
Sikhuluma ngalo icala le-rape.
Is it correct that you told this court that when you were arrested by Sergeant Mabena, you were not told the reason of your arrest?
Ushilo yini, ingabe ushilo yini ukuthi kathi-ke uboshwa uyena uSergeant Mabena ukuthi isizathu sokuboshwa kwakho awuzange usitshele?
Akangizitshela namhla ngisazi.
I was not told up until today. I don't know the reason.
During the interview with Brigadier Kininda, were you told that you were going to become a witness in this case?
Ngesikhathi-ke kune-interview nayo Brigadier Kininda watshelwa yini ukuthi uzoba ufakazi kuleli cala?
No.
Cha, angizange ngitshele.
Is it correct that as you have testified in this court as a defense witness, you have testified about facts which you have personally experienced?
Ngabe kunjalo yini ukuthi nanjengoba wena ke uthi ufakazi-ke la enkantolo ubizwe-ke i-defense ukuthi wena ukhuluma ngaloko wena okwenzeka kuwena okwaziyo.
Yebo, ngikhuluma ngekwazi hayi ngakutshela ngumuntu noma
Yes, I'm testifying about personal experience, not something that I was told by someone.
There is evidence before this court, Mr. Zungu, that on the 19th of June 2020, accused number 1 appeared before Colonel Rapatu for a statement.
June 2020. Kunobufakazi obukhona phambi kwale nkantolo ukuthi nge-19 zika June 2020 umsolo wokuqala wavela noma waya kuKolonel Rapatu kunestatement ayosenza lapho.
I'm sorry, my lord, accused number 2, not accused number 1.
Angenze iphutha-ke hayi umsolo wokuqala owesibili.
Subsequent,
My apologies to Advocate Normal. My lord, the issue of accused number 2's confession before Colonel Rapadu did not arise out of cross-examination. This court pleases.
may I rephrase the question, my lord? Thank you.
Yeah, rephrase it because there's an objection.
Brigadier Kininda told this court that after he had received the 2 statements that were made by accused number 2, he then commenced with his investigation based on those statements. You understand that?
uBrigadier Kininda ubufakazi bakhe-ke phambi kwale nkantolo wathi noma watshela le nkantolo ukuthi-ke emuva kokuthi-ke athole iy'tatimende ey'mbili-ke namsola wesibili kula uphenyo lwakhe lwaqala khona.
Again, my lord, my apologies, Advocate Normal. These are new matters. It did not come out as a result of cross-examination of this witness. It is what Brigadier Kininda said before this court.
I'll leave that issue for argument, my lord. I'll leave it out. You told this court that when you met Brigadier Kininda on the Monday at the boardroom in Kempton Park, he only asked you if you knew Mthokoziseni Mapisa. Is that correct?
Utshelile-ke le nkantolo ukuthi-ke ukuhlangana kwakho noBrigadier Kininda eboardroom eKempton Park kuwumsombuluko wakubuza nje ukuthi uyamazi yini uMthokoziseni Mapisa.
yebo.
Yes.
Did he question you about the role or roles that was played by Mthokoziseni Mapisa during the commission of the offense on the 26th of October 2014?
Ingaba wakubuza yini noma wakuhloma yini imibuzo mayelana neqhaza-ke elabanjwa kuyena-ke uMthokoziseni Mapisa kwisigameko lesesenzeka-ke noma-ke okwenzeka nge-26 ka-October 2014?
Cha, ngoba ngase ngitshela amazi.
No, because I had already informed him that I don't know him.
At that time of the questioning or the interview, did he tell you that accused number 4 was at Basutwini Hostel in Phosphorus with the accused on the 26th of October 2014?
Ingabe ngalelo langa lelo ekuhlobeni noma-ke le-interview washo yini noma wakutshela yini yena ukuthi-ke nge-26 ka-October 2014 accused number 4 waye laphayana eBasuthu Hostel kanye nabo abasolwa?
Cha, azakukhuluma lokho.
No, he never said that.
Is it correct, Mr. Zungu, that in your alleged statement, exhibit ZZZ7 in bracket, it is not in your statement that you met the accused, that is all the accused, on the 26th of October 2014 or somewhere after September 2014?
Ngabe kuyiqiniso yini ukuthi kulesi statement ekusola ukuthi-ke noma ekuthiwa yesakho lesi besifunda lana-ke izolo ukuthi akukho la sishoyo khona ukuthi wahlangana nabo abasolwa ngo-October noma-ke emva ko-September 2014? Akukho la sishoyo khona?
Akukho.
No way.
Is it correct that it is not in your alleged statement, exhibit ZZZ7 in bracket, that you met Constable Zungu after he had called you, you then thereafter met him at Carlton Center. You then proceeded to Basutini Hostel in Phosphorus.
Ngabe kuyiqiniso yini ukuthi akukho lapha noma akubhaliwe kulesa statement lesi ekuthiwa yesakho ukuthi emuva kokuthi ke akufonele uConstable Zungu nahlangana eCarlton Center.
akunakhona mina yayixhuma mina noMr Zungu ukuthi sihlangane eCarlton Center.
There was no call between myself and Constable Zungu to meet in Carlton Center.
Is it further correct that in this alleged statement, exhibit ZZZZ7 in brackets, it is not stated that after you had arrived at Baswetwini Hostel, it was Kwabeni who introduced the homeboys who were in the hostel to Constable Sizwe Zungu.
Ngabe kuyiqiniso yini ukuthi kusona lesi statement akukho lapho na ke ishoyo ukuthi kwakuugwabeni noma kwaba ugwabeni owayethula ke abakhaya kuyena uConstable Zungu lapha ehostel.
Ake ngithi Mr Nquma ngibe kanje.
Let me put it like this, Mr. Nqumalo.
Istatement sikhuluma ngo2014.
The statement refers to
Mina ngo2014
2014.
angaze ngibe seFosolas.
I was never in Phosphorus in 2014.
Into mina engiyazi nga2017 futhi babengekho laba bantu la.
What I know of, it's with regards to 2017, and these people were not there,
Except Muzi.
except Muzi.
Is it further correct that in your alleged statement, that is exhibit ZZZZ7 in bracket, it is not stated in that statement that at some point you saw accused number 1, 2, and 3 entering Kwabeni's room?
Ingabe kuyiqiniso yini ukuthi kusona lesa statement lesiya akukho la ekubhalwe khona ukuthi kunesikhathi ke la khona wena ke wabona umsolo wokuqala, wesibili nowesithathu bengena egumbini lakhe uGwabeni.
Ngiphinde ngibuye Mr Nquma njengoba bengishilo.
Again, Mr. Nqumalo, as I've
Even
indicated,
indlu kaGwabini today angiyazi.
even up to today, I don't know Gwabeni's house.
Is it correct that in this exhibit, that is exhibit ZZZZ7 in bracket, it is not stated there that after accused 1, 2, and 3 had entered Kwabeni's room, accused 4 and 5 followed thereafter?
Ngiphinde futhi ke ngibuze ukuthi kuqiniso yini ukuthi akukho akubhaliwe kusona le statement lesi ukuthi ke kangivalo ukuthi ubone umsolo wokuqala, owesibili nowesithathu bengena lapha ke lagumbi kwase kulandela ke umsolo wesine nowesihlanu ukuthi akukho lapha.
Akukho kwesam statement.
It is not in my statement.
Is it correct that it is not in this alleged statement that it is alleged that you made, that is exhibit ZZZZ7 in bracket, that at some point you saw the accused, that is accused 1, 2, 3, and 4, departing in a Polo hatchback which was allegedly driven by accused number 5?
Nokuthi ke akukho kusona lesa statement okubuzwa ngaso la ushoyo noma ke ekubhaliwe ke khona ukuthi ke kunesikhathi la khona owabona umsolo wokuqala, owesibili, owesithathu kanye nowesine begibela ke noma ke bengena kwiPolo eyayishayelwa umsolo wesihlanu.
Naleyo pholo khuluma ngayo kangiyazi. Ngishilo nje lapho sinalapha enkantolo.
Even the Polo you are referring to, I do not know about it because I just heard about it being mentioned here in court.
Is it also correct that it is not in exhibit ZZZ7 in bracket that you then saw the said Polo hatchback returning into the hostel, the occupants of that vehicle being the accused before court?
Ngabe kwayilona iqiniso yini ukuthi ke akubhaliwe noma akukho kusona lesi statement lesi la ekushiwoyo khona noma ebhaliwe khona ukuthi wase ubona yona le Polo le ekhulunywa ngayo ibuya nakuthi futhi abantu ababegibele kuyona kwakuyibona abasolo laba abaphambi kwenkantolo?
Akukho lesi statement lokho.
It's not contained in that statement.
I have understood that you have constantly denied being at the hostel on the 26th of October 2014.
Ngiyakuzwa-ke noma ngikuzwile-ke ukuthi uphika-ke nje ukuthi wena wawungekho e-hostel nge-26 ka-October 2014.
Angazi mina ngasesihostel yasebesothwini ngeyi-26 October 2014.
I was never at Basuthwini Hostel on the 26th of October 2014.
The evidence of Constable Sizwe Zungu, which appears on the transcribed record of the 7th of September 2023, is to the effect that you were there.
Ubufakazi buka Constable Zungu bango 7 September 2023 buthi wawukhona lapho.
Kungamanga lapho bengishilo nasekuqaleni but engathanda ukusebenzisa igama lami ngoba uMrs Sibanda ngibona akungathi akekho comfortable ngalo.
Those are lies. I said this even before, but I did not like or do not like to use the word lies because I noticed that Mr. Sibanda is not comfortable with the word.
You yourself, do you know how this offense was committed?
Wena-ke sekubuza wena-ke ukuthi ingabe uyazi yini ukuthi lokhu noma igameko lesi senzeka kanjani?
Angisazi ngangekho lapho mina.
I don't know. I was not there.
In the presence of Constable Zungu, did you hear anything about how the offense was going to be committed by the accused?
Ingabe ekhona uConstable Zungu wezwa yini ukuthi lokhu noma isigameko lesi sasizokwenzeka kanjani noma sasizokwenziwa kanjani ibona abasolwa?
Angeke ngizolitho vele ngoba ngangekho lapho mina.
No, I would not have heard anything because I wasn't there.
In your presence at the hostel, did you see any firearms?
Ukhona wena e-hostel zikhona ibhamu owayibona?
Ngampunyaka mse.
Which year, Mr. Numalo?
In 2017,
Ngo-27 umuntu wayephethe isibhamu wayedwa uConstable Zungu.
In 2017, only one person was in possession of a firearm. It was Constable Zungu.
Somsebenzi.
It was an official firearm.
in the meeting with Brigadier Geninda on a Monday, because the alleged statement is dated the 21st of July 2020 at 1500 hours 15 minutes. Did he ask you the following questions? That you know and understand the contents of this statement,
It's dated 21st
July 2020.
2020. Kwi-statement lesike noma kumhlangano naye uBrigadier Geninda kuwumsombuluko i-statement lesike idate yakhona 21 July 2020. Ingaba wabuza yini lemibuzo elandelayo ke? Ingaba uyasizwisisa usizwa kahle noma uyasiqonda ke i-statement lesi noma lokhu okubhaliwe kusona?
Cha.
No.
Did he ask you if you have no objection into taking the prescribed oath?
Wabuza yini ukuthi ke ingabe kukhona yini okuvimbayo noma unayo yini inkinga yokuthi ufunge?
Cha, akazangibuza.
No, he never asked me.
Did he ask you if you consider the prescribed oath to be binding on your conscience?
Wabuza yini ukuthi ke ingabe uyaqonda yini ukuthi ke ukufunga noma isifungo lesike osithathayo kuyisibophezelo kunembeza wakho?
Akazangibuza.
Never asked me.
In the statement, Brigadier Geninda certified that the above statement was made before you, and that and that you, the deponent, has acknowledged that you know and understand the contents of this statement. This statement was sworn before you and before him and the deponent, that is you. Signature placed therein in his presence at Yeovil, Johannesburg, on the 21st of July 2020 at 1500 hours 15 minutes.
laphayana-ke uyachaza-ke uyasho ukuthi uyaqinisekisa ukuthi istatimende lesiyana senziwa phambi kwakhe nokuthi-ke umuntu loyo-ke owasenza noma-ke owaye ayithatha kuyena-ke istatement uyaqinisekisa-ke ukuthi-ke uyakuzwisisa-ke lokhu okubhaliwe laphayana kusona istatement kwase kuyasayindwa-ke yachazwa-ke indawo kuse-Yeoville sabhalwa nesikhathi u-1513 or 1515 indawo kuse-Yeoville.
Angikwazi konke lokho mina, even eYoville le khuluma ngalo lapha ngiyazi.
I know nothing about all of that, even the place that is mentioned there, Yeoville. I don't know the place.
Do you know the Pretoria National Office?
In National
the
Office, Pretoria, yes,
NPA.
NPA.
The Pretoria National Office of the South African Police Service.
In the head office of Mapoisa.
Hayi angiyazi.
No, I don't know.
You told this court that in the boardroom there was Brigadier Kenenda, Sergeant Mohola. Who else was there?
Ushilo ukuthi kwakuno Brigadier Kidinda boardroom, Sergeant Mukhula, ubani abanye babekhona?
Umhane,
Ukhane,
uMabhena,
Mabhena,
uBelinda,
Belinda,
uYende.
and Yende.
Who was questioning you
Ubani
at that
bekhona
time?
imibuzo?
Babekhuluma bonke.
All of them were talking.
At the same time?
Ngesikhathi sodwa.
No, not ngesikhathi siyi-1 but nje bonke babebuza ngokuhlukahlukana.
No, not at the same time, but all of them were putting questions at different times.
It was questions relating to what?
Kwakuyimibuzo emayelana
Imibuzo nje eyagxila kakhulu yayigxile ngontanzi nomuzi waqala bangibuza ukuthi mhlawumbe akukho abangitshena khona noma mhlawumbe engakuzwa.
Okay. The questions were mostly based on Muzi and Tanzi, and they were also asking me if there was nothing that they had told me or that I had heard
Ngokufaka senzomiwa from umuzi nomafika noGwabini.
with regards to Meyiwa's death from Muzi, Mafika, and Gwabeni.
Ngoba bathi ngokusho kwabo bathi kwakuyicula abelicula bona boyi2.
Because according to them, they were saying that that was the hymn from both of them. In other words, that was what both of them were saying.
Thank you, my lord. May I approach the accused to verify if there is anything further? Thank you. Thank you, my lord, for the court's indulgence. I have no further questions.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, is that it? Mr. Mnisi? Your witness today. Is there any other witness you're calling?
In as far as this witness, my lord.
Yeah, fine. No, I'm aware
That's
that's it.
it. Yes, he can then be excused.
Yeah, before he can be released, I just want to ask clarification questions. Yeah. Mr. Kosonke, did you ever attend school from sub A or dom A or grade 1?
Kubuza-ke ukuthi ngibuze la ngifuna nje ukuthi-ke kucace kumina-ke ukuthi-ke wayini esikoleni ukusuka-ke noma uqala kuyena usub A.
Yep.
Yes.
Was it a Christian school? Christian school, meaning religious was. Did you pray
Kwakuyisikolo
when you prayed at school? Did you pray at school?
kwakuthandazwa esikoleni.
Yes, kokuthandaza.
Yes.
You prayed about Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Yebo.
I'm asking this because you say, I don't know what an oath is.
Ngikubuza lokhu ngoba ke uthi awukwazi ukufunga ukuthi kuyini.
And yet you were in a school. You ended which standard?
Isiphi wagcina usiphi standard?
Grade 12.
Grade 12.
Right. Where you taught religious studies.
Ingaba ke nani ifunda ifundo ke ezihlangene nokukholwa noma nenkolo.
Ngayigcina primary.
It's at primary. Last
Yes,
grade,
yes.
that's
I also
primary.
attended primary school. Dom A, actually. I started at Dom A. Sub A, sub B standard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. University 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So you, because you're a Christian also, it appears you attended the format, except that you ended at the trick.
Wasugcina wagcina nanjengoba usho ukuthi wagcina ku matric.
Yeah, what's the matric?
Yes.
And you don't know what an oath is.
Awukwazi
As you are
ukufunga.
standing there.
Nanjengoba umilana ukufunga ukuthi kuyini awukwazi. I don't understand what the court means, my lord.
You understand well. I'm not talking Chinese. You don't know what an oath is. You said that, not me.
Iwena osho lokho akusiyimi uthi ke ukufunga ukuthi kusho ukuthini ukufunga awukwazi ukuthatha isifungo ukuthi awukwazi ukuthi kusho ukuthini lokho.
Ngoba ngishilo ngathi mina kahle kahle under yilokuzana language yasecourt angiyazi ngoba ngaze ngabusho before.
As I indicated, my lord, that I do not understand the language of the court because I've never been arrested before.
It's not the language of the court. Oath. It's a language. Standard 1, mistresses. They normally sometimes tell people, swear. Are you not lying? This is speak. Education speak. At school. Mistresses, teachers, they will tell a student you are lying. You've never heard that. Tell the truth. You've never heard that type of thing. I also lied at primary school and secondary school. But we told, tell the truth. Where were you when I had gone to play football and I was not at school? So, we've never had that experience.
Akusiyona ilanguage yasecourt awukaze othisha yini bakutshele ukuthi ke uqamba amanga kungani uqamba amanga funga ukuthi lokho okhulumayo kuyiqiniso noma kusona iqiniso.
Oh ngiyezwa.
Oh, I hear.
Yeah. Okay, just one other aspect. Did Gininda force you to write anything?
Ingabe uGininda wakuphoqa yini ukuthi ubhale nje noma yini?
Njengoba ngishilo ukuthi akukho angiphoqa kukho.
As I said that there was nothing that he forced me in.
Did he force you? You said to this court, you initialed each and every page. Did Gininda force you to initial each and every page of that statement or whatever you call that document?
Kuyona le document noma i-statement noma ke kuthiwa yini ukubizwa kwakho ushilo ukuthi ke i-page ngayodwa lapha yana wa initial kuyona ingabe uGininda wakuphoqa yini ukuthi faka ama initials akho la faka ama initials akho la.
Ngicabanga phambi kwekhodi akukhona ngeke ngathi mina mistake into ngakhona phambi phoqa khona.
I think I never mentioned it or never said it before this court that there's anywhere where Gininda forced me.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, that's true. They never forced you to initial the pages. You did it out of your own free will.
Yebo kuyiqiniso lokho akakaze akuphoqe ukusho ukuthi ke uma ngaba wena ukwenza noma uinitial lapha yana wenza okuphuma kuwena ukhululekile ukwenza ngokukhululeka lokho. Phinde futhi uthi wa initial angithi uma uinitial awenzi into oyitshelwayo kodwa wenza into ephuma kuwena wenza into ngokuyithandela wena hayi ukuthi uphoqiwe. I think I don't understand.
Let me
Okay.
remember an example.
Let me make an example, my lord.
No. Don't make an example. If you don't understand, fine. I'll pass. I'm asking the question. Just in
Uma kuthi
clarification.
awuzwa.
Just in clarification.
Okay. Okay.
You wanted to indicate using this diary, my lord.
No. Some simple question. I'm just asking. Did Geninda force you to initial? You said no. Now I say, when you initialed, whatever you initialed, it was out of your own free will. That's all.
Ushilo ukuthi akazange akuphoqa. Manje ke umbuzo wami olandelayo uthi ke uma ngabe wena ukwenza ukuphuma kuwena amagama awenzi into oyitshela umunye umuntu wenza into ephuma kuwena uyenza ngokukhululeka futhi.
Angathi manje ngisayi-understand
I think I don't understand it.
Okay, fine. I'll pass.
Ngizodlula ke lapho.
Right? When you signed that so-called statement, signed, did Geninda force you to sign?
Uma ngabe usigned angithi manje ushilo wathi usigned kulela lokugcina ipage ne. Uma usigned lapha kulela page lokugcina wakuphoqa yini uGeninda ukuthi sign?
njengoba ngisho intanga akekho umuntu angiphoqayo.
As I've already indicated that no one forced me.
Okay. Did Geninda give you a version? Did he tell you what to say, Geninda?
Kukhona
In
wakusho
that
kuwena.
statement, whatever.
Kukhona wathi kuwena uGeninda ke yilokhu uma ukusho noma ke yilokhu engikulindela kuwena ukuthi ukusho. Kukhona akunikeza kona athi isho lokhu.
No, akukho akusho njengoba ngisho nasekuqaleni ukuthi akukho akusho ukuthi angikusho. Into eyenzakalayo ngikhuluma ngento eku-statement ukuthi into eku-statement akusiyo le ngangisho.
No, he never gave me a version or said to me, say this. But what I'm referring to is that which is contained in the statement, it is not what I said.
Now, fine. So he never said, say this, say that, say this, say that, say this, say that. I know you're saying what he eventually wrote, according to you. It wasn't what you told him. But the question is different. Did he say to you, say the water is black when it was green? Say the water is red when it was yellow? Meaning, say this, say that, say this, say that. And he wrote down.
Ngiyakuzwa wena lokho kushoyo ukuthi ukhona wena owakusho kuyena kodwa ke manje ku statement usuthola izinto ongakazi uzisho kodwa ke umbuzo ke manje uhlukile wona umbuzo uthi ingaba wathi uGeninda wayethi kuwena cha abona amanzi amnyama kodwa wena yithi abomvu uyabona lokho kukanje kodwa wena yithi kukanje wakwenza yini lokho
Ngicabanga lapha ecourt njengoba bekade ngingaba nophamisa lomoya sikhuluma noMrs Sibanda bengavumi lokho ukuthi kube khona umuntu ongifunza amagama azange ngifunze umuntu amagama.
I think that which led yesterday led to the tempers being heated yesterday, my lord. It was with regards to the words being put in my mouth. So no one put words in my mouth.
Okay, fine. Geninda never put words into your mouth. Fine. The other thing, just the last thing. Sorry, I just want to ask this. Yeah, you said at one stage, at the very end, you are saying that Geninda said to you, if you want to add anything, you are at liberty to do so. You confirm that, he said that.
Uyasho ke ukuthi ke mase nibuye nihlangana futhi ngolesibili uGeninda wazothi ke uma kuukuthi kukhona office ukueda.
Yebo njalo.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. The last question. Can you read English?
Isingisi uyakwazi usifunda. English uyakwazi uyifunda.
Yeah, noma ngekho fluent English but ngiyakhona ukusifunda somewhere.
Yes, although I'm not fluent in English, I am able to read it somewhere somehow.
Don't worry. A lot of us are not fluent in English. But you can read English.
Kodwa ukuyifunda kona
Like
uyakwazi.
Sowetan.
Yeah, I can read.
Bugs
Yes, I
beats
can read it.
Chiefs 7-0. You can read that. Can you write in English? Can you write?
Ukubhala ngayo kona?
Ngabhala.
I can, I'm able to.
At your work, your job description, what do you do at your work?
Emsebenzini umsebenzi wakho uyini? La usebenza khona.
Ngemine.
I'm a minor.
You told us that you said you are a supervisor.
Yes, supervisor.
Yes.
Do you work with a pen?
besebenzisa
Do you
ipen
sit with people, talk to them and write something?
uhlale nabantu
Write
phansi
a report.
ubhale umbiko i-report
Yebo.
yes
Okay, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
ngiyabonga
Yeah, okay, that's it. Ne? There's just one thing.
Sorry, my lord. I do have questions from the bench question.
Myself as well. I think that is what procedure dictates, that we need to be afforded the opportunity to,
Is that allowed, Mr. Doctor?
that is what procedure says.
I'm just allowing the doc, I'm just asking the doctor.
Indeed, my lord,
Hello?
we are allowed to ask any question that emanates from the court's
The court.
questions.
Okay,
Yes.
fine, yeah, okay, let's hear. What do you want to say,
I'm not so
Mr.
sure if the state has got any, my lord.
Hello?
I'm not so sure if the state's got
Yeah,
any,
yeah.
because it's
The state doesn't-
procedural,
the
that it
state-
should also be afforded the opportunity to do that.
No, the state doesn't have any.
No, I can ask one or two questions.
Oh, okay, okay, fine.
Mr. Zungu, do you confirm that before you started your evidence on Monday, an oath was administered in this court?
uyaqinisekisa ukuthi ngaphambi nje kokuthi ke uqale ukuthi ke ukhulume noma ke uthule ubufakazi bakho la enkantolo wafungiswa yes
And then do you confirm that on each and every day after the adjournment, you were reminded that you are still under oath, even today?
nokuthi ke emuva kokuthi asithi ke sihlale siphume masiphinde sibuya ngalo lonke ngawo onke amalanga uma ngabe sibuya noma sibuyela enkantolo ubukhunjuzwa njalo ukuthi ke usengaphansi kwaso isifungo leso obusithathile
Yebo.
yes
Thank you. No further questions, my lord.
Yes, Mr.
Thank you, Madam. Mr. Makosonke, the court asked you if you've been to a Christian school or what. Did you understand what a Christian school is?
inkantolo ikubuzile ke ukuthi uhamba noma ke isikole oya kusona ke isikolo samakholwa noma ke Christian school ngaba ukuzwile lokho ukuthi bekusho ukuthini
Angikwazi ukwehlukanisa iy'kole ngokuthi lesi i-region noma kusehlukana kanjani ngazo.
I'm unable to differentiate school as to whether this is a Christian school or what I'm not able to
What is the name of the school that you attended?
igama lesikole lesi ofunda kusona yini
Silanda Primary School.
Silanda
Silanda
Primary School
Where is it?
sikuphi nendawo
Semakhaya KZN.
back home in KZN
Is that an urban area or a village?
ingaba kusedrobheni lapho noma kusemakhaya
Emakhaya village.
the village
Thank you. And you attended that school from standard sub A to standard 10.
No.
no
Okay, thank you. That cylinder school, for how long have you been a student there or a learner there?
kwaba isikhathi esingakanani kusesilanda
Ngokolimi lokudala sasiphela ku-standard 5 from sub 8 to standard 5.
from what used to be called back then it was from sub A up to standard 5
And then from standard 6 to standard 10?
standard 6 ukufika ku standard 10
Bengifunda eMdumela High School.
I was attending at Dumela High School
Where is it?
ikuphi nendawo yona
Isekhaya khona eMahlabathini.
back home in Mahlabathini
In a village or in an urban
emakhaya
area?
Emakhaya.
it's in the village
And you have just said you don't know what a Christian school is.
qeda ukusho ukuthi Christian school ukuthi yini awuyazi
Angazi ukuthi wehlukana kanjani.
I don't know what the difference is
From both schools, were you ever taught the following? Were you ever taught the following from both schools?
Ngale.
To say the following: I know and understand the content of this declaration, of the statement. I have no objection to the taking of the prescribed oath. Oh, sorry. I'm going to use it again. I'm not done.
Are you saying, are you asking him whether at school he was taught that?
Yes.
That oath?
Yes.
I see. Fine.
Thank you, my lord.
Ingaba kuzona zombili iy'kole lezo-ke oyishilo ukuthi wawukuzona-ke wakufundiswa yini lokhu ukuthi ngiyakwazi, ngiyaqonda futhi noma ngiyakuzwa futhi lokhu okubhaliwe lana kwi-statement sona lesi?
Cha.
No?
Thank you. Were you ever taught from both
Wafundiswa
schools
yini
the following?
lokhu okulandelayo
I consider the prescribed oath to be binding on my conscience.
ukuthi-ke lokhu okulandelayo noma-ke isifungo lesi-ke siyisibophezelo kunembeza kwami?
Cha, akaze ngifundiswe.
No, I was never taught that.
And you said the name of your school, Semdumeleni, and what?
Silanda and Mdumela High School.
Slanda neMdumela High School.
Thank you. In both schools, were you ever taught the following? I certify that the above statement was made before me and that the deponent has acknowledged that he knows and understands the content thereof.
Ngiyaqinisekisa ukuthi-ke lo istatement lesi senziwa phambi kwami, ngiyaqinisekisa futhi nokuthi-ke lona-ke osenzile istatement lesi uyakwazi-ke noma uyakuzwa lokhu okubhaliwe kulesi statement.
Cha, akaze ngifundiswe.
No, that I was never taught.
In both schools,
Zona zombili iy'kole.
were you ever
That's correct.
taught the following? That this statement was sworn before me and the deponent placed his signature thereon in my presence.
Ukuthi-ke le statement lesi senziwa phambi kwami nokuthi futhi umuntu owasenzayo-ke wasayinda phambi kwami ngikhona.
Angikaze ngifundiswe impela.
That I was never taught, all of that.
Thank you. In both schools, do you remember being taught what an oath is?
Kuzona zombili iy'kole uyakhumbula yini ufundiswa ukuthi-ke ukufunga noma isifungo kuyini?
Cha.
No.
Now the court asks you, what do you do at work? You say you are a minor. The court says you are a foreman, then you say yes. Not so?
Ikubuzile-ke inkantolo ukuthi wenzani emsebenzini wathi uyi-minor, akuzi ukuthi uyi-supervisor yini, wavuma.
Yebo kunjalo.
That's correct, yes.
The court asks you, do you use a pen? And then you said yes.
Wabuzwa ukuthi ayisebenzisa yini pen, wavuma.
Yebo kunjalo.
Yes, that's correct.
The court asks you, are you able to write and read English?
Wabuzwa ukuthi ukubhala uyakwazi nokufunda isiNgisi.
Yebo kunjalo.
Yes, that's correct.
Does the work that you're doing as a minor or as a foreman minor involve oath-related issues?
Umsebenzi-ke owenzayo ungabe uhlanganisa-ke okuhlangene noma unako yini okuhlangene nokufungisa phakathi?
Hayi akukho.
No, nothing.
Thank you. In the middle of your testimony, as I was leading you, and if my memory does not,
But I thought this is questions arising from the court's question. Let's not quarrel about something useless. You said you don't have any cross-examination.
yes,
This now is about
No,
questions arising. Okay,
not
Just
cross-examination. I said I do not have re-exam, my lord.
Yeah.
And I did not do it.
no, but these are questions arising from the court.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, fine.
So
Stop
I don't know
asking
what's the
what
problem
arises
with
from
that,
the
my
court.
lord, because I'm
I've been
busy
just
with
keeping
that.
quiet.
No, I'm asking what's the problem
Yeah,
with
fine,
that,
fine,
because
okay,
I'm
go
busy
on.
with that, my
Go
lord.
on.
Now, the court has just distracted me. You said you do not know what an oath is.
Ushilo wathi akwazi ukufunga ukuthi kuyini?
Yebo kunjalo.
Yes, that's correct.
Have you, before arriving here at court, an oath being administered on you. Have you ever been involved in a situation where you had to take an oath?
Ingabe wawuke wahlangana yini ngesehlakalo noma ke nala khona kufanele ufunge khona?
Kuqalela Monday la icourt Monday.
It started here in court on Monday.
Thank you. There was a point when you wanted to demonstrate something there, and the court refused you to demonstrate. What is it that you wanted to demonstrate?
Into engizama ukuyiveza ukuthi uma ngizofika ngiphethe amaphepha so ngithi kulama phepha engiwaphethe so ngabe kukhona okukhiphayo noma okuedayo then uthi no ngithi sign akusho ukuthi mhlambe lapho siyakhona phela sivumelene khona noma khona esilwa khona asilwe ndawo.
I wanted to show or to demonstrate that if you come to me having documents in your hands like this and then you ask me, is there anywhere where you want to subtract or to add, and then I say no, then that means that there is nowhere where we have an agreement or where we have a dispute on.
Thank you. Mr. Makosonke, is it true and correct that the state, as well as the court, in the clarification of your evidence, never asked you as to whether or not the content of the statement of the document that you requested to sign was never read back to you? I am saying, is it your firm testimony that that which you signed, you were never requested to read, or it was never read back to you?
Ufakazi bakho ukuthi lokho owakusayinda awukazi ukufundela.
Yebo kunjalo akaze ngifundela.
Yes, it's correct. It was never read back to me.
Thank you. I've got nothing further to you.
Yeah, let's hear you.
I will be heard.
Pardon?
I will be heard.
I don't understand. What are you saying?
The court says, let's hear me. I said, I'll be here. The court will hear me. So, hence I'm standing up.
Okay.
Now, let me quickly, Mr. Makosonke, deal with the only question that was posed to you by my learned colleague, Advocate Sibanda. Before Monday here in court, has an oath previously been administered to you? And by an oath, I'm not saying at crash when they say, tell the truth, I'll whip you. In the legal context, has that been done to you?
Ngabe ngaphambilini ke ngaba phambi komsombuluko ngabe kwake kwenzeka yini ke ukuthi ufungiswe angikhulume ke lokho ke kwase crash ukuthi ifunga ngizokushaya.
No akaze kwenzeka.
No, it never happened.
Do you understand what an oath is in the legal context?
Ngokwasemthethweni ingabe uyazi yini ukuthi ukufunga kusho ukuthini noma kuyini ngokwasemthethweni?
Njengoba ngishilo ukuthi ama-regulation yasecourt angiwazi, ama-regulation engingawazi awasemayini hayi awasecourt.
As I've indicated that I do not know or understand the court regulations, it's only for mine regulations that I know.
Do you understand what an oath is in the context of signing legal documents?
Ingabe uyazi ukuthi isifungo sini noma ukufunga kuyini ngokuhlangene noma nokumayela nokusayina amaphepha noma ke ama documents asemthethweni noma ezomthetho?
Hayi angikwazi.
No, I don't know.
Now, when you were presented by Brigadier Gininda with a document to sign, did you understand that signing that document under oath means that you are confirming that the content of that document is truthful?
Manje ke ngokusayinda ke amaphepha lawo owawanikezwe uyena uGininda, engabe wawazi yini ukuthi uma usayinda uyaqinisekisa ukuthi ke lokho okubhaliwe laphayana kuyiqiniso?
Cha ngangakwazi.
No, I didn't know.
Now, His Honorable Lordship asked you whether you've passed sub A, grade 1, grade 10,
I
12.
didn't ask him, I told him.
Oh, you were told?
Yeah, because he says it's from matric.
Yes.
I think I'm intelligent enough to know that a person who's at matric must have read Dom A, sub A,
Okay, that's fine. Madam.
like I am.
I'm not quarrelsome, madam.
Yeah.
That's fine. Now, let me take it back in this context, and that was also said by the court, so I think I'll be entitled to take it there. The court on Monday said to you, I'll treat you as an educated black man. Remember that?
Ngizokubuyisela ke la inkantolo ibithi kuwena ke ngizokhulumisana nawe ke nanje ngomuntu omnyama ofundile. Yakhuluma lokho.
Yebo kunjalo.
Yes, that's correct.
Now, did your matric training include training in oaths and affidavits, taking of oaths, or administration of oaths and affidavits?
Ku matric noma ke kuyena ke matriculation ingaba ke lapho izifundo zakho zayihlanganisene nokufunga.
Cha.
No.
Did your matric training include procedures on the administration of oaths?
Ngaba khona ukufunda okwakuhlanganisele nokuthi ke kwenziwa kanjani uma ngabe kufungwa noma kufungiswa umuntu.
Thina asifundele history no geography angikwazi zonke into zomthetho.
We were only studying history and geography. I know nothing that relates to law.
Did your matric training include training on what makes a document legally binding?
Ingabe kwakuhlanganisa nokuthi ke yini eyenza ukuthi ke iphepha noma idocument libophezeleke ngokwasemthethweni.
Cha, asikufunde lokho.
No, we never studied that.
Did your matric teach you about the difference between a sworn statement and an ordinary statement?
Ngabe wakufunda yini umehluko phakathi kwestatement esifungelwe kanye nestatement nje esijwayelekile?
Cha, akaze ngikufunde lokho.
No, I never
Thank you.
studied that.
Thank you, Mr. Gwabeno. The second question from the bench was the following. Did Brigadier Gininda force you to write anything? You remember that?
Uyakhumbula ke inkantolo kubuza ukuthi ke kukhona yini akuphoqa ukuthi ubhale uBrigadier Gininda?
Yebo.
Yes.
And your response was in the negative, correct?
Wathi wena ke cha akaze akwenze lokho.
Yebo.
That's correct.
And the second question was whether you were forced by Brigadier Gininda to initial the document, remember?
Nokuthi ngabe waphoqwa yini ukuthi ufake ama initials akho?
Yebo.
Yes.
Njalo ngiziwe.
And your response was as well in the negative.
Nala
correct?
wathi cha awukazi uphoqwa.
Yebo kunjalo.
That's correct, yes.
Now, at the time Brigadier Gininda hands this document to you, you are an arrested person, right?
Yes.
Yebo, ngangimuntu oboshiwe ngaleso sikhathi anginikeza lawo maphepha uBrigadier Gininda.
And Brigadier Gininda is a person in authority over you.
Umuntu ke lona ke onamagunya ngaphezulu kwakho angithi.
Yebo kunjalo.
Yes, that's correct.
Did you know that you've got a right to refuse when a person in authority says, here's a document, sign it? Did you know
Ingabe
that you've got the right
wakwazi
to
yini
refuse?
ukuthi ke unelungelo lokuthi ke unqabe uma ngabe umuntu onamagunya ngaphezulu kwakho ethi thatha la usign or noma mi signer?
Ngangakwazi lokho.
I didn't know that.
You were also asked by the Honorable Court whether Brigadier Gininda forced you to append your signature on the document. Remember that?
Inkantolo yabisibuza futhi ke ukuthi ke wafoswa yini noma waphoqwa yini uBrigadier Gininda ukuthi ke kulela phepha la page yokugcina la wasayina khona ukuthi usayine yini?
Ngiyakhumbula.
I remember.
And your response as well was in the negative, correct?
Nalapho kushilo ukuthi cha awukazi uphoqwa.
Yebo kunjalo.
That's correct, yes.
Again, as a person in authority, who comes to you and say, do you have anything to add? You say no, he says, then you can sign it. Did you know that you've got the rights to refuse to sign that document?
Phinde futhi ke nalapho umuntu lona ke onamagunya noma ke osemagunyeni ke oza kuwena uthi sign lana nalapho ke wawazi yini ukuthi ke wawusenganqaba?
Angenalwazi.
I did not know.
Now, and you anticipated, I think you are thinking like me, you anticipated something that I was going to ask, and I'll put it this way. You say, when you are handed a document, and somebody, in fact, when somebody comes to you with a document, he does not even present it to you. He says to you, do you have anything to add? Do you know what you were asked to add on? Was something read to you, or was something shown to you, or did you read something so that that question has got a basis? Do you have something to add on? Were you shown anything?
Uyabuzwa ukuthi khona yini ofuna ukueda, kukhona yini owakhonjiswa ukuthi yini kuyini lokho ofisayo noma ofunayo ukuthi u-ede khona bakukhonjiswa.
Akukho vele ngangikufundile noma ngangikhonjisiwe.
There was
noma
nothing,
ngangikufundile.
there was nothing read back to me or that I was shown.
Okay, if you are reading my mind, I'm just asking myself a rhetorical question. Add to what? Add on what? That's what I'm asking you. Thank you so much, Makosonke. Thank you, my Lord. I'm in the truth.
Okay, Ms. Mtololo, any questions?
No,
Hello?
no, thank you. I have no questions.
You
Further-
don't have it?
No.
Oh, Mr. Mumalo has finished his.
No, I don't have questions from the court's
Okay, fine,
questions.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, my lord. I've got two, my lord.
Two, okay.
Thank you. Mr. Zungu. During consultation or during the time of the interview with Mr. General Brigadier Geninda, when your statement was taken, were you given an opportunity to write the statement on your own?
Ngalesikhathi onobrigadier Geninda ngaso ngaba wanikezwa yini ithuba lokuthi istatement lesi uyibhalele ngokwakho?
Cha.
No.
Okay. And it is your evidence that the statement, you were not given the statement to read it.
Uyasho ke ukuthi awukazi usinikwe ukuthi usifunde.
Before you
statement,
signed.
Ngaphambi kokuthi usayinde.
Akaze ngisinike.
I was never given.
Ah, okay. Had you been given the statement to read it, would you have been able to read and see the information that was contained in the statement which did not come from you?
Uma kuwukuthi wawusinikeziwe ke ukuthi usifunde, wawuzobona lokho owawuthi kwakungaqhamuki kuwena noma kwangashiwo kuwena.
Ngangizokubona.
I would have seen it.
Okay. Thank you, my lord. I have no further questions.
Thank you. Mr. Makosonge, just talking as a Christian who attended a Christian school. Sometimes, and you don't have to respond, it's just sometimes the mistresses, they used to say to us, let's pray, class, let's pray. When we started the day, then the mistress prays. Even the teachers would pray in the name of the Father, of the Son, of the Holy Ghost. Amen. At home, when you're from a Christian home, the father will insist, for what we are about to receive, Lord, thank you, then you eat. That's what Christians do. Now, in a Christian school where I was, in the morning we used to pray. And the teacher and the mistress sometimes would read a verse from the Bible. I'm sure you've seen a Bible.
IBhayibheli ngithi usuka one Bible.
Yeah, ngiyibona.
Yes.
Right. And you said you are arranging for a marriage. Are you married now?
Ushadile ngithi.
Yes, I'm married.
Is it by customary law or by civil rights?
Angazi ngiyokuhlukaniswa kanjani.
Okay, did you sign? Did you sign anything when you married?
Khona wakusayinda uma ushada.
Traditional wedding.
Traditional wedding.
Right, no problem. Okay, there's one thing I must just say here. The SCA and the Constitutional Court decree that if there is a dispute concerning a statement, whether what is written on the statement, let me just quote the Constitutional Court, the Constitutional Court as it says. But it's basically where a statement is disputed by allegedly the person who allegedly made it, or where a person says there were additional information in that statement which is not attributable to him. The Constitutional Court and the SCA decree that in order to ascertain the veracity, the truthfulness, and the fact that this document was not coerced and that the maker of the document was not beaten up, then to safeguard the integrity of the sanctity of that statement or document, they say, not me, I can give you the citation. Mawanda Makala is the Constitutional Court, sorry, it's the Constitutional Court case which I quoted yesterday. This is the Director of Public, and the judge who was penning this is Judge Bilch. He wrote this judgment with Chitli, who was my colleague here in Pretoria in Joburg. So this case says it is pertinent and imperative that the court should call the writer of that statement, not the reciter of the statement, the writer. If it is written by a monkey called Rata Mokhatling, then Rata Mokhatling must be called here to come and explain to the court if he's the person who wrote that statement and how he went about it. Now, that is the Constitutional Court. And the SCA in the case of S versus Siemela, 2016 S2 SACR, the case which was heard and decided on the 26th of March 2015, the judges Apunen, Maya, Mahantla, Zondi, and Meyer, they are also saying it is imperative that where there is a disputed statement or the contents of the statement are disputed or the signatures on the statement are disputed, that the maker of the statement will be called to come and authenticate that statement as a statement which he wrote, and that the person who is allegedly said to have made that statement, when he looks at him, like Mr. Jonas, if you made a statement, Rata will say, this is the man who made the statement. Okay. So, in addition to Section 286, which I normally say I insist on if persons are adjudicating the making of a statement or the interpretation of a statement, when I made that order on the 19th, not the 19th, at the end of the last term, I didn't mention these citations. I didn't mention them because even in terms of Section 286, I can do it on my own because I, at the end, have to determine whether, in fact, this document was made properly or whatever. But here now I found, the reader I am, I found the Constitutional Court case and the SCA case which says you must call the maker of the statement to come and give evidence about that exigence. And Mr. Makosonge, you have finished testifying, but you have a right to come here, if you want to listen to that person who says he took the statement from you.
Inkantolo manje ke ithi uma isifunda ke noma ke ibheka amacala kunamacala ke asenqunyiwe amabili ehlangene nawo enkantolo yomthethosisekelo kanye futhi inkantolo yokudluliswa kwamacala i-SCA kanye futhi ne-Constitutional Court amvumelayo-ke noma ashoyo-ke ukuthi la khona-ke kubangiswana noma ekuphikiswana khona-ke ngestatement ukuthi ngisenzile angisenzanga ngisayinile angisayinanga ukuthi-ke umthetho-ke uyayivumela-ke inkosi enkantolo ukuthi-ke kubizwe loyo ekuwuyena ekuthiwa wabhala-ke istatement leso ukuthi-ke azosho-ke ukuthi uma ekubhekile-ke athi cha uyena-ke lo umlisa owenza-ke lesi statement ibisithi inkantolo-ke ukuwena-ke uqedile wena ukuthi ubakho ubufakazi kodwa-ke uma ufisa ukuthi uzolalela umuntu loyo othi uyena wabhala istatement ungakwenza-ke lokho inkantolo iyakuvumela ukuthi usungabuya-ke kodwa wena uqedile ngokuthi ubufakazi.
So,
Okay, my lord.
thank you. Tomorrow, sorry, Monday, what are we doing? Mr. Mnisa, are you calling other witnesses Monday?
Thank you, my lord. I hope the state, after the court has just said whatever it said, is very happy. But as for Monday, we're not sitting, we'll be sitting on Tuesday. I was only able to...
Sitting? We're not sitting on Monday, it's a holiday.
No, because there won't be a witness, my lord. I was only able to secure the attendance of the next witness with effect from Tuesday. Thank you.
So the witness will be available on Tuesday?
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Baloyi and the doctor?
Mr. Kwesma, is it regarding the request or regarding the comments by the court?
No, we're through with the comments. He's calling another witness. Another witness who's going to say something else. You have no objection?
Insofar as the availability of that witness only on Tuesday, we will not raise any objections.
Any objections? Okay, and then the other colleagues there?
No objection.
Uyasho-ke babonisa ukuthi umsombuluko asize enkantolo ngoba-ke ufakazi olandelayo uzotholakala ngolwesibili.
Okay, can you attend the Tuesday?